guys, welcome back to another top movies of this month. We are doing the top movies of May. A little bit late getting to this, but we're here now doing it anyways. I have got 7 movies that I watched in May, so let's get into the ranking. Yes, 7 movies that I watched in May, and all 7, I was looking forward to more or less all of these, to be honest with you. Before these movies came out, a lot of these I was really looking forward to in many different ways. But yeah, we're here now, we're ranking them, and let's begin. We've got varied things: Netflix, Disney Plus movies, cinema movies, of course, Apple TV Plus. We've got a lot of movies that I saw in May, 7 in total. So let's start at the bottom. The worst movie of the month for me was Peter Pan and Wendy. Now, I will say it, I actually didn't finish the movie because I was that bored. I found it that dull that I gave it a 1.5 star, and I never ever want to see it again. It was the worst. We've already had Peter Pan remade in many different things. With Hook, obviously, and obviously the original cartoon. I even think Peter Pan 2: Return to Neverland, the cartoon, is better than this Peter Pan and Wendy film. I just found the film to be pretty soulless to me. Peter Pan for me is a character that's resonated with me all of my life, really, in terms of, you don't want to grow up. Nobody ever wants to grow up, really, you know what I mean? And the whole story of Peter Pan is a fantastic story, whether or not I've seen it on movies or on stage, because pantomimes and stuff like that, I've seen it on, and I've really enjoyed the Peter Pan story. So it's a real shame that I didn't like this film, but for me, it just didn't capture the magic that I think Peter Pan should be in Neverland and all that. So yeah, I gave that a 1.5 star, which is a bit disappointing. Next then, in 6th place then, this is the Netflix movie for the month, and this is The Mother. This stars Jennifer Lopez, and she basically is like a secret agent type of thing. Like, she's really skilled in her trade, and for 12 years she kind of goes missing and has to give up her child. These people are after her. The child then has a different identity, obviously different parents. Eventually that identity gets found out, and then the mother has to come and save her daughter. That's her daughter, but not her daughter, of course. Yeah, give it a 2 star. I found like some of the action bits to be quite decent and stuff like that, but it just didn't. I think it lacked a bit of budget, in my opinion. It just didn't look fantastic. It felt a bit like a TV movie, I think that's what I said in my review. So yeah, it wasn't done very well. I thought Jennifer Lopez was good. I thought it was good seeing a female-led action movie, but they didn't throw enough money at it, in my opinion, which is a problem. You need, especially with some of the explosions, they just didn't look very good. Some of the set pieces were pretty good, like it was on like a location and stuff like that, but I don't know, it just had something missing that wasn't right. Like, the villain wasn't exactly like menacing enough, in my opinion, and it kind of missed something. So I gave it a 2 star. Jennifer Lopez was good. Like, good to see her in a different type of role, but totally not, amazing. Next then, in 5th now, this is a Disney Plus movie, similar to Peter Pan, of course, and this is Crater. I actually gave this a 3 star. This is basically like a family movie, really, of a group of kids that it's thousands of years in the future or whatever, and they're living on the moon. Humans are living on the moon, and basically this kid's parents pass away, and his dad said, you need to go to this place if anything happens to me or your mum. Obviously something did happen to him and his mum, so he wants to go to this crater. He has a deadline, because when parents pass away, then the kids then have to like go to this other world called like the Zodiac or something. But in a nutshell, it's a space family adventure movie. I gave it a 3 star because it wasn't too bad, actually. Like, it was a nice, easygoing film to watch, I thought. There were some really good visuals in there, but similar to The Mother, it could have been a bit different in terms of, if they had bigger actors in there. Of course, it's a Disney Plus movie, and it did feel a bit like a Disney Channel movie, especially with the type of child actors that they cast. So I think that's what lacked it. I think this would have been a really good movie if they'd put in a bit more talent in there, maybe got a more of a recognised director and that type of thing, because I felt like the look of the film was fantastic. Like, compared to The Mother, I thought this was, cinema quality in terms of like how it looked in terms of Disney Plus, but it just lacked that talent, I felt, in terms of the cast, and that star, I guess, was missing. And I think it could have been something really good, especially if they released it in the cinemas with a big star. I think maybe it could have been a big blockbuster, but in a nutshell, not a bad movie, but worth watching, but 3 star. Top 4 then now, and I actually gave 4th spot to The Little Mermaid. This is the Halle Berry remake, starring Javier Bardem. We've got Daveed Diggs, we've got obviously Halle Berry, we've got Melissa McCarthy, and this is the remake of The Little Mermaid. Now, For me, it is very much a midpoint. Like, I didn't find it to be a terrible experience, but I didn't find it to be a fantastic experience. It's definitely not one of my favourite remakes, and that's the thing with remakes. Some people, like, I really like Beauty and the Beast, but some people really put Beauty and the Beast right at the bottom. I don't mind Lion King. Some people hate Lion King. You know, these remakes very much split a lot of fandom, and there's a lot of people that do like Little Mermaid, but for me, it's very much one of those midpoint ones. I do prefer it to things like Pinocchio, obviously Peter Pan and Wendy, but I do prefer things like Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella even, I prefer to The Little Mermaid. So, you know, it's one of those. It wasn't bad. I just think my biggest criticism really was Melissa McCarthy. I didn't think was really evil enough. Like, Ursula as a child terrified me. And I didn't really get that. Like, you know, I wanted a bit more horror in her character. The music I thought was also quite bland, and it wasn't great. But the overall look of the film was good, and I thought Halle Berry was fantastic in her role as Ariel, but it lacked some spark. Similar to Peter Pan, it just lacked a little bit of quality, but it was a decent experience in the cinema nonetheless. So I put that 3-star. Top 3 then now, and we have number 2 and 3 both at the same score, but I gave third spot to Ghosted at a 3.5 star. This is the Apple TV Plus release that came out last month, and that is basically starring Chris Evans and Ana de Armas, and basically those two guys are like fell in love, and then all of a sudden Ana de Armas' character disappears and he is ghosted. So he wants to try and find her. Where's she to? Where's she gone? I miss her. He's fell for her, and turns out she's a secret agent, and then it turns into this like kind of Mr. and Mrs. type of comedy action movie. The poster aside, as you can see, it just looks awful. The posters, it really does look like a terrible like TV movie type of poster. But the film was actually pretty good. I didn't mind it. It is one of those films I think that you'll just watch over the years and just be like, just check it on, and you'll have a good time with it. You know, you kind of forget what actually happens in the plot, and then very similar to like murder mystery type of vibes. You will watch it because it's the characters and the cast, I guess, that's in it. But it's not going to be anywhere near people's top like 10 movies of the year and stuff like that, of course. So decent, but you know, 3.5 star. Top 2 then now, and again 3.5 stars, and I gave this to Fast 10. Big blockbuster of the month, like another one alongside Little Mermaid, and of course my number 1 choice. But Fast 10 for me. 3.5 star. Like similar really to Ghosted. Like it wasn't much between it. Fast and Furious 10 is what it is. You know you're going to get a lot of explosions and stuff going on. But it's Fast and Furious, and how many more of these can they do? Obviously, we've got like another one coming now. Probably have spin-offs down the road, I'm sure. They're never going to end this franchise, let's be honest. They're going to end the story, but they'll do some sort of spin-off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe hundreds of years before or something. I don't know. So yeah, they're never going to end it. The brand is way too popular. But Fast 10, I didn't mind, to be honest. I thought Jason Momoa was really good in the film. We obviously got all the whole band back together, Vin Diesel, etc., Michelle Rodriguez. And it was okay. 3.5 star, good cinema experience, and yeah. There it is. But my best movie of the month, and I'm sure this is everybody's best movie of the month, this is the new Marvel release, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I actually gave it a 4 star, which many people could say is quite low. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I just think it was, I think some of the look of the film was a bit off for me. Now, that is a Guardian style, but it's not something that I prefer and I quite like. I just find the aliens and stuff in Guardians is very much like, and well, all Marvel films really, it just looks like Doctor Who to me. I don't know what it is, it just doesn't look right, it looks really fake, and it just looks stupid, whereas obviously like things like Star Wars where we get aliens, they just don't. I don't understand, like the talent obviously is very different, but Marvel need to up their game, I think, with their like prosthetics and real characters and all that, because for me it just doesn't work. Like it looks like a joke. Like I felt like I was watching Spy Kids on sometimes, like, you know, those thumb people. It just felt a bit like that. So that was my only criticism with it really, was just like the look of some of the characters. The film was okay, and really fun. The characters obviously have that chemistry, and it just was really good. And of course the music was fantastic as well, with Florence and the Machine, Dog Days Are Over. One of my favourite songs. It's really nice to see that get like a bit of recognition, because I've loved that song for the 10 years that it's been out. However, love it, good film, and there it is, the best movie of May 2023. So there it is, guys. There is my top movies of May. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with my picks? Did I miss a movie that I should have watched? Let me know down below. Of course, I got all the reviews coming out in June. I have had a little bit of time off. Again, I'm having a lot of time off. I'm going to open up about this. I want to get back into YouTube, but I have found I've had a bit of a difficult couple of weeks mentally. So it is what it is, but I am back now, hopefully doing videos again. Thanks for watching though, guys. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. And of course, please do like down below if you like what you see, and of course subscribe, because you'll see all these videos coming out in the next couple of weeks that I'm going to upload. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.